Oh mine, it's a beautiful new month already, guys. I'm feeling it. This is me pretending to be very excited that it's November. Like, this is me pretending to be excited. But you're welcome back to the AM Club right here on MX24. This is the plug segment of the AM Club, and of course, we plug in great people on this segment, and I love it. I love it because I get to meet superstars, like, you know, on a regular day. You know, I'm not meeting them, but you know, when they come here, I'm the ones, and you know, I guess I ask the questions. The cool people in the society. All right. And this morning, I like the way he describes himself, or the way he presents himself, and he says he calls himself a multi-disciplinary artist, director, and image maker. He goes by the name Kaptin. The Kaptin is not spelled your Captain. It's spelled Kaptin. If you're on social media, look for him right now as we are talking. You find him, and you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to be talking to a very cool person. Okay, good morning, Christian
good morning,
Saint.
good morning.
That's your...
Yeah, that's my name. No, that's the name I use for, like, you know, as an artist name.
As an artist name, okay.
Yeah, but the real name is Christian Kofi Boache.
Kofi Boache.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, Anthony.
My mom is from Ashanti region. My dad is from Akosombo.
Akosombo. Yeah. So you're not exactly an Ashanti.
Yeah, I'm half, but...
Yeah, but it's cool, I mean...
No, it's cool, it's cool.
I mean, what does it matter?
I'm not here to start a war.
Yeah. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning to you.
We're super excited to have you in the studio.
Thank you,
You look a little bit like Samini. Am I lying?
I mean, I've heard so many Samini, Captain Planet, all of that.
Captain Planet, yes.
Yeah.
Samini sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes too. What else? Do you have any international affiliations?
I mean, for that one, I haven't. But for Ghana, most definitely, like, I've had so many people say stuff like that. Like,
wonderful,
it's
wonderful.
Funny, but yeah.
So explain what you do based on what I just said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a multi-disciplinary artist. I'm a director and an image maker. That means, like, being a photographer. But what I do is I tell stories through film, imagery, you know, production. Yeah. So it's like it's a little bit of, like, a lot of, you know, in the field of, like, art. So for me to put everything together is, like, you know, it's got different you know, disciplines. So I had to, like, have that title, you know, so that people,
hence that name.
Yeah, so that people can just understand that, like, I just don't do one thing.
Yeah.
But it's like it's the same stories we're telling, but it's like in different fields of art, just so then people can, like, understand. Yeah.
Love that.
Thank you.
When you meet a creative who's deep, like, who understands that they're not normal. Like, I don't just happen all the time. You know, I happen once a while. Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do. Yeah. How long have you been doing this?
For this year, if this year ends, I think 8 years.
8 years.
Yeah, in total.
What? Okay, I like to ask this question because I believe that most creatives quit something they originally wanted to do and then find out that, oh, this is cooler. Yeah. What did you originally want to be when your parents asked you, what do you want to be in future?
So when I was young, I wanted to be a pilot. I mean, I always wanted to, I mean, I can still go to aviation school.
Yeah, you can.
But that's what I wanted to do. And, you know, that dreams hasn't, you know, like, it's not shut down already. But the thing is, I fell in love with the industry, image making, fashion, and I thought, okay, fine, like, I started, you know, looking through that direction, and I loved it. So because of that, I just wanted to involve in that spectrum so that it's more easier for me. But through that, it has helped me to, like, you know, evolve, you know, understand. And I think also too, it's really important that, you know, sometimes we diverse in a way that, so that, because now I can still go back to aviation school. I can go.
Yeah, but then you've done a lot of other
there's so
things.
much, and there's so much network of people. There's so much experience. So I think, you know, it's one of the things that I just had to, like, I fell in love with it, like, you know, and it just.
Just stay there.
I just stay with it. But I'll definitely want to go, try the aviation school. Yeah.
I think you should. I think you should. I am going to be a neurosurgeon one day.
Okay.
Yeah, I've always wanted to be a neurosurgeon.
Okay, no, that's amazing. Sure.
So I'm going to do it.
See you at the top soon.
Thank you. You know, when I'm going to China to go and, you know, operate on someone.
That's amazing.
Then you'll be flying me.
Yes, I will be. See you at the top.
You understand? Yeah. Thank you so much. No, but let's talk about some of the challenges in practicing this thing of yours in Ghana? Some of the things that, sometimes you say, I'm like, I'm just going to be a pilot and leave this thing alone. Have you ever gotten to that point?
Yeah, I mean, so many times, but, like where I come from. So I was born in a small place called Kotobabi, right? That was where I was born and raised by my dad and all that. And like I had dreams of like, getting to that space. Like there were times that I had scholarships in school that, I wanted to like, it was like I wanted to pursue that dream, but sometimes circumstances doesn't permit you to, and especially in a space like Ghana, we're in a third world country where, you get to dream, but you don't like the resources to get there.
It stays at the dream level.
Yeah, it stays at the dream level, and when you get to a time of your life at some age, and you feel like, actually, you know what? Let me just stick to something else that and that is
safe,
something safer, And even with that one, I mean, it applies like a lot of risk, just because you never also know what can also happen. It might work, it might not work. So it's more of a risk thing. And for me, I just had to halt on that dream and then just follow on something that can make money. At the first time, it was like to just make money and build myself. But yeah, there was so many times. I mean, photography is up and down. Here in Ghana, even directing, like, it's up and down. So I think it's just about just having the balance and, but there have been so many times that I felt like...
You've actually felt like, nah, I'm not doing this. Nah,
Charlie, this is
guy.
too much. I wish I was doing...
I was flying. I wish I was flying.
I wish I was flying.
This looks more difficult than flying.
I wish I was in school, doing just that and not, get into the industry and all. But I think, everything has the blessing and the curse. So
I get intrigued by art, but I don't think that I am very daring to get into it.
Okay.
When I'm talking about art, I'm talking about your tattoos.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
I probably am the one who said I'll have 5 stars here.
Okay.
And something on
when
my
you were
waist
young.
and put something on my
When you
hand.
were young?
Come again?
When you were young?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I thought I was going to have like multiple piercing.
Okay.
I had it in my mind. And I'm pretty sure when people look at me, I'm like, no, not you, Mimi.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had those things in my mind. But again, I probably never had the courage to go and do them. And I also have
Do you think it's about courage? Or do you think about society?
I think more about courage.
Okay.
Look at me. I sometimes don't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Your question. Sorry. Your question, yeah.
I am that person.
Okay.
But people actually think I actually care.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. If it makes me happy, I will go for it.
Okay, sure.
That's the type of person.
good.
But I think it's courage. Because also when I've watched videos of them screaming and the way the people's face look like, nah, I don't want that pain.
Yeah,
I hate pain on my skin. I hate
understand.
it. So that's where I have not, that's what has stopped me from. But also, when looking and reading and researching about getting tattoos, I've also found that a lot of people have reasons for putting certain tattoos on on their skin. Do you have reasons for yours?
Everything.
And what do they mean? I've seen
everything. So this is so in 2023. So I go to church. I'm a believer. So we had like a theme for the year. It was the year of prolific. So I had it here. So that's prolific. And prolific too as well, like, is obviously, like, I think it best described me and who I want to become as well. So I think it was just best fit. I'm a Leo, so I have the tiger tattoo here, and then it has, like, some palms. Yeah. This is the clove leaf, and this is the Jesus cross, of course.
Yes.
And this is Kaptin. This is, this means you live in the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this is my dad, the day he died. In Roman numerals. Yeah.
You want to talk a little bit about your dad? Because first time I'm ever hearing anybody say, "Oh, I was raised by my dad."
Yeah, I was with my dad and mom anyway.
Okay, yeah.
But my dad, I mean, obviously, like, my dad was a letterman. He worked with, like, he could turn anything with leather to, like, he could turn leather into anything, so into bag, accessories, whatever. He was like a craftsmanship, man, yeah. So I like, to me, I feel like that is where I got all my attributes and, like, arts and, like, even with what I do now is like,
you drew inspiration from
everything. I never knew until I really grew up, and I could really tell, like, nah, this man really
had an influence.
Yeah, he had an influence on me, because I remember way back when we were in school, when we came back from school, like he mostly say, "Oh, yo, we should come by his place, we should come by his like where he works, his workplace and all that." But you know, those times you're so young, so you don't want to. You just want to play games, you know. So I think I learned so much, and that's the G, you know.
Yeah, I see you love the man, and I'm glad that you had a father who was present and taught you.
Yes.
Like, because those kind of men, they turn out really good.
Yes.
Men with their fathers in their lives, they turn out really good. I'm telling you. I mean, present fathers, not abusive fathers.
Yeah, of
present
course.
fathers who show up. Yeah. So make sure your children have their fathers in their lives. Now tell us about your recent exhibition project, Strats and Structures.
Yeah, Strands and Structures.
Strands and Structures.
So Strands and Structures is an immersive photo documentary project that I did with a collaborator, a longtime friend of mine called Asia Clark. She was the one that had the idea, the concept, and she's a hair artist. She's from Toronto, but she's based in Ghana. And she came to me and she told me about like the idea. It's a visual exploration of like hair sculptures in like Accra and Troposin, you know. And to me, when she told me that, I think it's one of the things that I wanted to go deep down, but she had a whole deep like research on that. So that got me more, it was more fascinating for me to learn, because I would always wanted to do something with like the social issues and all that, but I wanted to make sure it's the right thing. You know, sometimes we tend to want to do like, you know, the NGO route and do things like, you know, like more like an activist, but sometimes it's not just about anything or just jump into anything because it looks nice, but also too is like having a whole research and having
you did all of this?
Yeah, so I shot all of that.
Oh no!
Yeah. So
this looks like 19 something or 18 something.
So this is transportation. So what we did was we touched on air pollution, water pollution, electricity, market economy, and transportation. These are some of the major things that's happening in Ghana right now. And it's crazy that this project was done started planning this in 2021. Oh. So it's crazy that even till now we're looking at, like, you see, that's what I'm saying.
And it's kind of like playing out.
Yeah, it's playing out now. We didn't know 2024 was going to be like this, where we're having...
let's call it lit.
Where we're having like issues with, you know, with transportation. Got to a time we had the fuel issue. Now we're facing the electricity issue. We're facing the roads. We're facing like the water bodies now. Yeah. And we've already touched on this. So that's why I'm saying that artists, like, you know, it's like we're more like magicians, if I would say, because it's like we tend to like think about what is really happening, and then we're able to like think about how far and like what's the far fetch of how things can go bad. So this project was really, to me, it was really dear to me. We took 2 years for the planning stage, for the shooting stage. Like she's called Asia Clark, amazing collaborator. She had the vision. She was pregnant whilst we were doing the whole project. Like, we went to Kantamanto, went to all these places to shoot. We went to Medina, Zongo Dancing. We had so many different collaborators. We had Brian who did the research. You know, we had other people too that helped us. So yeah, this is actually like a power-packed project that we had. We had to even make our own original sounds whilst we were doing the exhibition. So during the exhibition, we were playing sounds in the speakers, but it was our sound that we made.
Created
them? We created with a producer called A-Town. So we made a high life inspired soundtrack just for the project. I mean,
original through and through.
Yeah, true and true.
So now this project, is it available to be seen later?
So it's not. So we already did Ghana, Accra. We did at the Mix Gallery in Accra on January 6th till February, and then we just did the Toronto show in June. It was amazing, was successful, was great. So now we're looking to do the next one. So the next one, I mean, nobody knows this, but the next one is going to be in Amsterdam.
Oh, yeah.
Next year.
First, right here.
Yeah,
so the next one I'm going, I'll be there to help them do the exhibition.
Yeah,
I promise I'm going to be there.
Okay.
Meet me there.
Okay.
I'm tying it around his neck because he has to take me.
Yeah.
Now, you think it had the kind of impact you thought it should?
Accra. So
there's the Accra one. You had students coming through?
Oh, so Accra one had different, so we had the actual exhibition, and we had workshops. So we had the student workshop, we had a panel talk, and we had a community workshop where we were teaching young women how to make these hair sculptures. And these were like facilitated by Asia Clark. But with the one with Sarkodie, I mean, Sarkodie is a long-time friend of mine. Like, he's an amazing friend of mine. He supports me in anything that I do. He's the friend that I could just call. It's easy to do that. And he just,
we've never heard this before.
Oh, yeah?
That Sarkodie has a friend that can actually call him.
Oh.
Because every time we hear about Sarkodie, Sarkodie is that guy that doesn't pick people's calls.
Sarkodie has been there for me.
Okay, his name has been cleared right now on the show. Yeah, he's a good guy. He has a friend.
He's the best guy. I'm not going to lie. He's the best guy. His family, I love his family so much. They know me. So Sarkodie, I think the day he was supposed to come was that. So the students you see at my alma mater, I went to Jolly Junior High School. So these are the Form 3s that are about to graduate. And I went there and I told them about the project, and the headmistress was like, "Yo, why not take them there and then educate them, because it's an educational project." So,
absolutely.
So they came by, and Sark also pulled through because he was supposed to come the next day, but he called me. He was like, he's already in town. He went to do some things, and I said, okay. And it was just the right time, and it was beautiful. Really nice.
Now, because you do so well at what you do, you are great at it. You've been nominated for an award recently. Oh, I love that. Okay, guys. Now, let's talk about that award. What award is it, and how are you feeling about this nomination?
Wow. This is the first time I'm talking about this. Yeah. But, so this is an award from the British Fashion Council. This is one of the most prestigious awards in the world that, like, I think every top creative, as a photographer or as a director, the big ones that has gone through these routes, and like, I think it's to me is like a starting point. It's like to me, I look at it like an NBA draft. Like, I'm now starting as a rookie.
You love basketball, don't you?
I mean, I love basketball, of course, but then to me that's how I see it, because I feel like the work we do here in Ghana, I've done so much in Ghana. I can't lie. People know the work I've done, but I think with this kind of recognition, it's more like, okay, now we've really recognized the work you've done, and it's like, okay, we're now putting you as part of like the top 50 new wave creative people need to watch out in 2024, 2025. So it's one of the most big events. Like last year they had Stormzy, they had Burna Boy. This is like a big event that they award top fashion designers like Louis Vuitton, like like this is like a big event.
Bro, you've won. You've won at life.
So for me, when I saw the email, I was like, damn. That day, I remember, like, I was at the gym. I remember I just came out and I saw it, and I was blown away, because I was like, damn, this is
it's working.
Like this is different, and it feels nice to feel that kind of recognition. So yeah, the award show is on December 2nd in London, and I think Robert Albert Hall. It's going to be a big event, and it's going to have all the big names and all of that.
I can't wait to see you represent. Are you the only Ghanaian being nominated in this?
So we're two. So it's myself and Jude Latte. So Jude Latte is also an amazing image maker too as well. That I think it was just two of us, and the rest was like all over the world. Yeah.
Well, we saw pictures of Otoado.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about that.
So, I mean, I can't go deep into details, but yeah, we're working on a documentary. It was a documentary for a show that's gonna be showing like in HBO. So I think they were, and I was the director. They reached out to me.
HBO.
Yeah.
Bro.
So
please, can I have your number after the show? I want to be your friend too.
So yeah, they wanted to like so I was reached out by the production company, and then they wanted me to direct and also produce the interview. So there were two interviews. So it's him and somebody else, but I can't disclose that part. But for Otuado, and that's to me it was amazing, because I've never met him, and I've heard stories about him. I've read about him and the things he's done. I love sports so much, so it was just amazing to like have him on my set, on my production. My guys were really happy on that day. I was really happy that day. I was like a child. Because you see someone with so much greatness, and you meet them face to face, and you're directing them to do this and do that, and it's they are very responsive, and they love the energy. So, and I love his energy too. So I think But yeah, I think it's gonna be out maybe.
Please look out for that stuff, okay?
Yeah.
We'll talk about your social media handles
Sure,
as well. You want to
sure.
share that with us, but also we will actually love to hear you tell us about any upcoming projects that you're going to be working on. How we should follow platforms we can follow you on.
Oh yeah, yeah. They can follow me on I am Kaptin. Kaptin is I am Kaptin. Yeah.
Kaptin.
Yes,
I know your name better on social media than you do. Yeah, you have to make it your
yeah, I would. But yeah, it's everywhere on Twitter, on Instagram, yeah, everywhere. Yeah, I mean, upcoming projects, like I'm working on the exhibition, the Strands and Structures. We're working on the next exhibition in Amsterdam. So right now, and it will be showing on 31st of January.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like a 3 weeks exhibition that. So there's so much planning that is going towards it too as well. So I'm excited. I want to see how it's going to look like. I'm going to see how the people of like Amsterdam also feel about the project, because when we went to Toronto, it was amazing. It was like everybody just gravitated towards it. We had a lot of conversations about diaspora connections and all that. In terms of like how hair sculptures connects to us and our bodies, and also to what it actually means to us. And it's not just about what we're just seeing, but it's more about like the connections it makes like with our surrounding. You know what I mean? So it was a good event. So I think I'm looking forward to the Amsterdam show, and
I am looking forward to it too, because it looks like I'm going to be going. So yeah, I just secured my spot. Now, guys, Kaptin, thank you so much for coming through. This was exciting. I see you're a very passionate person.
Thank you.
Wish you all the very best. Keep winning at life. Again, to you right there, I love doing this with you. But yeah, it's Friday and we're in a new month. I'm glad that we're starting a new month with a weekend. So I can now process that we're in November, okay, people? My name is Miriam Uduak-Mensah. Thank you for being a part of the show. We're back again on Monday. Next week, we're doing this all over again from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on MX24. See you.